College tuition in America should be free. Today I will present you with facts about college tuition and student loans and the negative impact that inflated tuition rates are causing in the United States economy. Most people probably believe that college students paying tuition boosts our overall economy, but when looking at how much is paid out by the government and how much is actually paid back by those students, the numbers might be surprising. In 2012, 70% of the seniors who graduated college had student loan debt. The level of college student loan debt is more than the amount that Americans owe on their credit cards, which is over $1 trillion. Student loans have become the most profitable, uncompetitive, oppressive, and predatory type of debt in any nation's history. There is no standard bankruptcy protection for student loans, and as high as 25% of students have trouble paying back their loans. When there are students in America who can't afford college and end up needing government assistance, that means that the government is paying out money and these students don't have the money to pay them back. When students acquire student loans, they go through college, don't pay for the loans, and end up defaulting on their loans later in life. That means that the government's paying out money that they will never see again. To me, that's an overall negative impact on our economy. It has been shown that students who graduate with student loan debt are less likely to buy a house or a car. When these students who graduate with actual degrees, who worked hard to get to where they are, and find an actual career to be productive in our society, they end up having trouble making the purchases that are necessities in life, such as a house or a car. And that also takes away from our overall economy. Reduced student debt would be an economic boost overall. If there were less students with student loan debt, that would be more people spending money in the economy on a regular basis. That would also mean that the government is paying out less money and wouldn't have to keep giving to people who aren't going to be able to pay these loans back. Making colleges affordable would overall be cheaper for our country. We spent $69 billion in 2013 alone on Pell Grants accessible for low-income students and work-study funding. That's a grant paid by the government, so that means that this money is never expected to be paid back. Just that alone is a substantial amount of money. And if college could be more affordable, there would be less students who didn't need this type of grant, and the government would be holding on to that money and could use it to put it in other places to create jobs. A recent study from Georgetown University's Center on Education and the Workforce found that at current levels of production, the U.S. economy will have a shortfall of 5 million college-educated workers by 2020. This means that less and less people are able to afford college, and frankly, less people are willing to take out student loans because they know of the trouble that it can cause later in life. By 2020, 65% of all jobs will require a bachelor's or associate's degree or some other education beyond high school, particularly in the fastest growing occupations: science, technology, engineering, mathematics, healthcare, and community service. 2020 is only 5 years away, and 65% of all jobs in our economy will require a college degree or some form of education higher than a high school diploma. That means that if people are not willing to pay for college out of pocket because they can't afford it, and they aren't willing to pay using student loans because they know that they may default on them later in life and end up being in debt for a long period of time, that means that less people will have jobs, which will raise the unemployment rate and also have a negative impact on the economy. Having a degree opens up career paths, which is a good thing, but when it becomes unobtainable to the majority of people, I think it's overall negative. Since having a degree is required for most entry-level jobs, having a degree is now a necessity. If you don't have a degree, you're probably not going to be able to make the career that you want and the career that you deserve after all the hard work that you've put in. Having a degree will always make you more marketable than someone with just a high school diploma. You'll be opened up to future opportunities where you can make more money, and people statistically with degrees make a substantial amount of more money than those with just a high school diploma. By not getting a degree, you're limiting yourself from success. Unemployment leads to higher payments from the state and federal government for unemployment benefits as well. So when those people who don't have the degrees file for unemployment, that's more money being paid out by the government to take care of these people who could not afford a college education. So in that aspect, the government is spending more money to try to take care of people who, in the long run, could have taken care of themselves if they could have afforded college. Governments are no longer collecting the same levels of income tax as they would be if these people had jobs and could be working on the economy. I think it's an important thing that America should start looking at to at least lower tuition rates or to make college tuition free. Other countries such as Germany and other European countries have done this, and it has worked for them thus far. And I think it's at least worth trying on a small level to see how it goes. And I really believe that it could create an economic boost in America, which is something we all know that we could use. Thank you for your time. That's my speech. I hope you liked it.